hang on a second. Let me know if you see anything that says we're live.
It says this
Yes, this
meeting is
meeting is
being
being
live
live.
streamed.
Live.
Okay. Okay, perfect. Okay.
We're live.
All right. So let me get. No, if you see anything. Okay. There we go. All right. But it went off the screen.
Still says it's being live streamed.
It does?
Uh-huh.
Okay. See, mine doesn't say that, so it's weird. Okay. All right. So that's good. So everybody, welcome, welcome. All right. So why don't we start while we're waiting? There's some things actually. Did you all see the April calendar? There's a lot of stuff going on. I'm actually going to go there. If you aren't on Facebook and Peak Performers, you want to make sure you go over there so you don't miss anything. And yeah, so I'm going to just open up the calendar here for April. Oops, no, I'm not going to open up that calendar. But as you can see, I want to make sure you all guys know this. First of all, this Saturday, if you're local, we have our success event at 9:15 and then facials at 10:30. And starting next Monday, we're moving the meeting till 8, but 7 o'clock will be makeovers, skincare and stuff. So be mindful of that. On the 20th, we'll be joining in with the other units. And guys, we're going to be celebrating, anybody that's done the retail sales, the faces for the month, sending in your weekly sheets. I don't have the tracking sheet here, but and that will be, you actually were extending it till the 18th, not the month of it. It's the month of March plus all the way up to 18th because we figure there's a holiday in there. Did I make any sense right now? Because I can't see you.
Yes. Yes.
Yes? Okay, good. Okay, then we have, what do we have? We have our skincare and natural beauty, which is this. So this is a guest night and it's called Glow Up. The first night is going to be about healthy skin and pretty much a dash and go look. And then for those that want to come back and learn how to get that bold, glamorous look for those special occasions, that's on April 30th. So you want to start, inviting people to that. And then on the 25th, is it? Yes. We don't have a flyer yet, and the reason being I'm just waiting to see what's happening with the foundations. So out of this a minute.
That was our spring fling that we originally rescheduled.
Yes. Yeah, well, I know we need the flyer. I just been waiting for the foundations, which they're supposedly en route. So to see
Right, you had asked me to hold off on updating it until we had more information. Yeah.
Yeah, now that's a local thing. So if you're local, that's here and that's a pop-up for a couple of hours. So that's another great event you can invite people to. Last one was successful, so we expect the next one to be even better. Are we gonna, well, we'll talk about that. Okay, anybody have any questions about anything? Yes.
I always have a question. On the Monday evenings at 7 o'clock with the facials, is it that we're inviting guests and sending them samples to do a facial, or are you teaching just about the skincare systems? Like, what is the exact plan of that?
Did I not send the invite? I will send the invites that you guys can use because it can be with samples or without samples. So whatever you choose to do. Obviously, if people have samples, it's going to be much better. But they don't have to have samples.
Okay.
So, and here's the thing, if you're relatively new, or even if you're not relatively new, which I don't have handy here, carrying samples in your bags, ladies, is a great way to meet people. Maria, you don't have any samples put together, do you? I could get
In my hands right now, no, but I had Easter eggs this weekend that I was giving out with samples inside of them. If you give me a second, I'll get one.
Ew.
Yeah. So, okay, so while she's doing that, but because you could meet somebody, today and invite them on for a facial and give them a little sample packet. And this way they can go home and get on and get ready for bed, and we'll have their face all cleaned up and ready and good to go. All right, so Maria's got some eggs. Let's see what do we know what to expect?
So yeah, there's a coupon. I happen to have, um, which I don't know if we can still get them. Kathy, you can help me answer this question. They're little samples of the eyeshadows and the lip glosses. I have a ton of them, so I figured it would be a good opportunity to use them. And I've used some of the ones that were discontinued lip glosses, lipsticks. I put them in the egg. I had chocolate in here. Apparently, this one is missing chocolate. I might have had that during my day the other day. Stole them. That one has that. I had one with a charcoal facial mask, not that one. I can't open all of them, but I had a charcoal facial mask in one. I had a primer in another, just to kind of get people motivated to try things. And with the coupon in there with my information to get in touch with me. Um,
Two.
and that was in addition to getting their numbers as well. So that was this weekend, my egg hunt.
Yay. So why don't you tell us about your weekend?
So I was invited on Saturday. Let me get my, can you hear me? Because I don't even have my microphone on. Hold on.
Yeah, no, you're fine. To
Oh,
me, you
okay.
are.
I could hear you.
Thank you. I was invited by my friend who belongs to a club, an organization called LatinaMoms.org, I think it is. No, LatinaMomsConnect.org. And it's a group of women from all different Latin cultures who are moms and businesswomen and all that get together to do different events. And so she was my ticket in. They were looking for vendors in health and wellness. So I reached out and I said, although I'm not Latina, I would love to be part of your event because I'd love to share some information. They welcomed me with open arms. They had about 10 vendors. There was a woman who did Reiki. There was a woman who did sound therapy, which I'll explain in a second if you're interested. There was another table for women who suffer from cancer, and their spokespeople for the community members in the Latino community help them to get resources. There was a yoga instructor. There was the life insurance for the first, like estate planning. There was a lawyer there. So there's about 10 vendors altogether. And there was also based on the Zumba class. So they did it in between the shopping, all the people who came to do Zumba, who signed up to do Zumba, those were your customers for the day. And they did a 45-minute Zumba session, which was phenomenal, great music. And then the woman who did the sound therapy used her bowls and did all the sound therapy. We did meditation. And then they went around and asked each vendor to speak, which I didn't know she was going to do. I was a little nervous about that, but so we needed to talk about our business. They were encouraging women entrepreneurs. And so I had an opportunity to talk about Mary Kay and how she is a person and how she established her company, and talk a little bit about opportunity, talk a little bit about how I got involved in it, that I'm an educator first and what have you. And from that moment, right once they finished, everybody talked, people shopped. And although I didn't sell, my goal changed right midstream as soon as I realized that they were looking for entrepreneurship, is I didn't even look to sell anything, even though I had stuff to sell. I looked to make those connections. And I did connect with 7 women who gave me all of their information, who want to do parties, who want to learn more about the opportunity. They gave me, I use these little, they were on little, what do they call those boxes? The lead
Lead
boxes.
boxes.
They're these little papers that have um, contact information, and they say yes or no. And they said yes to everything other than the fact that they don't have a consultant. They say no. And it gives you the opportunity that it's okay to call them. They're waiting for you. So I'm excited about that. I have 7 people that I'm getting in touch with this week and hopefully going to book them in the next week and a half or so. Or at least invite them to some events if they can't physically get here.
So let me just, I want to make sure I understood. So people were looking to buy things there, or you weren't allowed to do that?
You were allowed to sell. I had them. I didn't sell anything though. If they wanted, we talked about things. They sampled things on their hand. I had my creams. I had all the skincare, everything there. But they were more interested in learning more about their individual needs. It was interesting. They were really very open about what they do, what they wanted, their skin. They need better. They need more. They want to learn more. They really wanted to be educated. And I thought that for me, that was really exciting because it wasn't just about the product, it was about those connections. And I know the product will speak for itself once they try it. Um, and then they had raffles and things, and it was a really beautiful event. It was a 3.5 hour event total. It was maybe 25 people there who were doing the circulating and shopping and talking at the booths. And then I gave out eggs to anybody who came to my table. So there's still potential for people to reach out to me through my eggs.
That doesn't sound good.
And I know I laid a few eggs.
Very good.
So it was a fun event, and I thanked my friend for um, inviting me to go there.
Yay.
Very
Well,
nice.
7 names, that's good.
Pardon me?
I said 7 contacts, that's good.
Yeah, with all of them saying text me, they all agreed,
Yeah.
please text me, please call me. So
Wow,
I'm
that's
Okay,
excited about
so
that.
training moment. What is the rule when you do an event and you get names of leads? What's the time frame that you should follow up? Who knows?
Hours.
24
48
hours.
hours, 48 hours.
Probably 48.
24 to
Yeah.
48 hours.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yay, yay. Yes. Because a lot of people feel like, well, I don't want to call too early, or I don't, that kind of thing. But usually after 2 days, they don't even remember who the heck you were. And I have to be honest, I think now it's probably even hours because our attention span is so minuscule, most of us,
That's
right?
true. I
Right.
will, one of the hints to give to people too, to all of you, and if you don't know, I think I learned this from Kathy. When you get these, the minute they walk away, write something on the back to help you remember who they are. Because I have
Good.
2 Andreas in here and 1 Andrea. And if you ask, if I didn't take a note on it, I wouldn't remember which one was which.
Right.
That's true. That is true.
Yes, always put the information. That's great.
So thank you.
Awesome. Awesome. Thanks for sharing. Who else has something they'd like to share with us? Like your glasses on you.
Thank you. I have to share. I just came from a facial.
Yay.
Well, just so put things in context. She came
Mm.
from a facial, so some of you might go, okay, that's really great, but be mindful, this woman is in a new home, not even a week, in a
Yeah.
totally different state. So
I'm
I want,
finally in my office. I still having a pack. You can hear an echo, right?
that means it's big and spacious.
Not really, but yeah.
Okay,
Um,
sorry, go ahead.
but it was my realtor that helped me purchase my home. I asked her to be my first Floridian facial for being in Florida, and she agreed. And so we set up an appointment for today. I went and gave her a facial. She loved the skincare. She's a person that take care of her skin though. She showed me all the different products that she used, what she does. But she loved the repair set. I used the repair. So it was a $300 sale. She got the repair, the facial peel, and the retinol.
Wow.
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 And
Awesome.
I told her I would see her in 2 weeks. But we didn't have much time. I had to leave. So I left her with a profile card because I got to bring her products tomorrow for her to give me some um, referrals. And I also told her about the party. I want to send her the flyer. I didn't have a chance to print it out. My husband just set up my printer with the booking for. I told her about my challenge to introduce or have ladies sample the products, and I have to do it within a certain amount of time. And she will write down some names. I told her I have a package. I'm actually doing 2 type of package. I giving them the $100 package or the $600 package. I mean $200 package, sorry. And I'm doing that because some people will get kind of intimidated when you say 5 to 6 people. So if you're willing to do 3 people plus you can get $100 worth of products. Or if you want to do 5 to 6, then you can get $200 worth of products. So
And
that's
what she's referring to, everybody, is hostess credit. And first of all, I want to thank Maria because she remade the flyer, which I did send through. If you have Canva, you can fix it yourself to whatever you want.
yeah, I did that.
Yeah, it's on Facebook. So, and speaking of Canva, and don't let me forget because I will forget, but I don't want to finish. I want you to finish because woo! So excited. Good deal, Xenia.
That's good.
I even talking to the other lady, the property realtor. She's supposed to get together with me this week. So let's see what happens with that.
Excellent. See, Mary Kay is a great way to meet people when you don't know a soul. Right? Isn't that a great
Yes.
thing? So that's awesome. So speaking of Canva, how many of you are familiar with Canva and how many of you use Canva? By a show of hands, or you can put your little hand up on the, okay. So
I'm familiar with it. I don't use it much, but I do know
but
what
you
to
know
use it.
how.
Yeah.
I know.
I know
Okay.
how to use it.
Okay, so it seems like we have, excuse me, quite a few that don't. I do believe, and Maria, maybe you can correct me if I'm wrong.
What's
I
that?
know it's, do they have a video on there? I know every now and then they'll have a class, but I'll check because it's really, well, to me, it's trial and error. I don't know, Maria, you have any?
It is
feeling on that?
definitely, I took a class at work, with the teachers through my job to get a basic, we needed to do that for other things at work. So I had a basic understanding, but I will tell you, it is definitely a trial and error. And I know they have an AI assistant. So if you click on the little chat and you tell them what you want to do, like couldn't figure out how to layer things and to move things. So I literally just said, how do you layer this on top of that and whatever, and they will literally walk you through and show you how to do it on there. But it took me a little while. That particular flyer was the first one I've done in a while from my computer, not my work computer, and I had to rethink about certain things.
But
So
this is the things, guys, that you want to learn to do to keep yourself relevant, because these are things you can use in your, not just for your business.
yeah,
So, it's canva.com, CANVA. And check it out. I'll see if I can find some tutorials. I mean, I kind of just taught myself, not that I'm an expert, that's for sure I'm not. Um,
they also have templates in there that you could work with. You don't have to start from scratch, and then you just literally click on the template, the spot on the template, and delete and then replace what you want to put in there. So that's a good way to start with one of their samples and then grow from there.
Yeah. What's great about Canva is, Maria makes something, she can send it to me and I can edit it. Or, you know what I mean? We can all share, but put our own thing in there, our own information and things like that. So whereas before, when we used to do everything with PDF, you had to have a file to break it up. Another one that's, I think, very simple, it's not as, expansive as Canva is Pic Collage. I've been using that for years. Pic Collage, and that's an app on your phone. That's great for little things, like you want to create a little flyer or an invitation of some sort. Very easy, and it's free also. Yep, Maria.
Even using just ChatGPT, the
Yeah, oh,
spring
that's true.
scavenger hunt that I did,
Yeah,
I
that's
just
true.
told them I want to make a Mary Kay flyer. They for a spring scavenger hunt, include the date, and I would tell them the date. I told them the time. Use pink colors. Like you literally, if you're very specific, and boom, it popped up. I'm like, there it is. I had to do nothing. I just
Is
had to
that
talk, and I was
AI?
good at
Is
that.
that through AI?
It's Chat GPT. And that everybody, you guys all have that.
Yeah.
That's
And you play with it and you don't like it, then you say keep the same picture, but change this word to that word, and
And you
boom, it does
talk
it.
it out with them or you write it?
You talk,
I
I
yeah,
voice it.
you talk. You can type. You
You
can type.
can.
You could do, yeah. There's so many things that we have now. That's what I'm saying. So just to make you aware of them, and then you kind of choose the platform you want to use, but definitely helpful for your business. Like I know Patty, you like to do lip bars and stuff. So it'd be, you can make a cute little, just tell AI, listen, this is what I'm thinking. I need a flyer on this, and AI will come up with it.
I like that.
Everything you see, guys, is that I ever post, most of it, it's AI doing it. Or it's Canva, either one. Joe's sleeping. Let me just take her off the screen, the poor thing. She had a rough day today. Hold on, let me just. Yeah, okay. Yeah, she left me. She wasn't feeling good. Anyway, but I'm glad she's on. Okay. So who else has something they want to share? That's great. Thank you, Xenia, for the good news. Anybody else have anything they want to share? Something they did this week, something that made them feel good, or challenged? Anything? Getting all these texts of people that are. Nobody?
I have my paperwork inside. Hold on, let me get some.
Well. All right, nobody else. Okay. She's getting her paperwork. Okay, so I wanted to share a couple of things because my brain, again, I never know who's going to be on. I mean, some people let me know who's going away and all that kind of stuff. But some of the things I wanted to talk about, success is not for the chosen few, but for those that choose. You all heard that, right? Okay, so you can decide what you want from your Mary Kay business. But the passion that I have, which is very, very strong now, and the reason it is because I am tired of hearing people say, "Oh, Mary Kay, they're still around." Okay, I hear it constantly, and it is annoying. And then what makes it even more annoying to me, that peeve or whatever you want to call it, is when we're not sharing with people. And I think of Mary Kay with that 3-foot rule, how we're supposed to be sharing with people because, if we don't share, that means we don't care. That rhymes too. I'm in a rhyming mood tonight. But anyway, so I'm very passionate about that, because your goals constantly change. But right now, my goal is really to let people know Mary Kay is very much alive and to get their opinions. And we all know that's the big thing is opinions, right?
Yes.
Now, everybody here, I'm sure, has different goals and aspirations. Yes.
Yes.
We're coming into a new month. It's April. And usually, if you haven't already thought about, okay, what's happening in April? So again, there's a calendar that's up, there's events that are coming. Start thinking of people that you can plug into certain things. Like if you know someone that really wants to learn about makeup, okay, we have an event then. Or someone that wants to come to a live event, there's things to do for that too. But you also want to think about the things that are happening in April. So what are some of the holidays or events that happen in April?
Easter.
Mr. Passover.
I think there's also teacher appreciation.
That's May.
That's May. Sorry, wrong month.
No, that's okay. But you got to prepare now. That's the thing. Teachers and no, it's serious, guys. If you want business, big business, and you're going to do teachers or nurses, you got to be on it like yesterday because they were all planning for May. People don't in big organizations don't plan a week in advance. They usually plan weeks and months in advance. So just so you know.
Nurses appreciation, right? When is that?
May
May.
too.
Yep. What
My
about
birthday. Just kidding.
What?
Birthday.
What'd you say?
her birthday?
Penny's birthday.
Yeah. What about administrative day?
Yeah, that's coming up too.
What about nurses?
Nurses,
April?
teachers, and nurses,
Administrative is
teachers,
like
and
April
teachers.
26th or something like that. Teachers are like, I don't know. They overlap with the nurses. They're like right before because it used to drive me crazy. I'd run from schools to hospitals to schools for 2 weeks. But let me tell you, at the end of May, I was one tired, very happy beauty consultant
Mhm.
because I had a lot more customers and a lot more sales and a lot more team members, and it was a great time. So this is a time to really, what do they say, make hay when the sun shines? Because there's a lot of activities. Now, what are people preparing for? Proms,
Right.
graduations, Weddings,
Weddings.
showers,
Yeah.
okay? Yeah, so there's a lot of things going on. So it's a matter of what are you thinking and how can your business tie into whatever maybe this event or something is? I always like to have a theme because it just makes it easier or a reason. You know, I always say when you're out and about and we're talking about talking to people in 3 feet, what is your hook? Anybody ever know what your hook is? Anybody know what a hook is?
That's how you attract attention.
Right.
And
Right. You know, you think of a fishing rod and the hook is the thing that kind of lures the fish in, right? So what is your hook? So let me give you an example. Your hook could be these things we talked about. That could be a hook because they're colorful. A hook could be, I don't know if Joanne's still sleeping, but she had not tried any of these newer products. And I put it on her hand and she says, oh my God, this is amazing. I got to get this. I can carry this with me. This is an easy, easy, easy hook.
What is that?
the mask.
Oh, is that the mask? I
A
can't see it.
hydrating cream mask
Oh, yeah, you
because
have your hand
this
on it. I didn't see it. Okay.
this thing, because you could just be going, you know, sitting talking to your girlfriends or whatever you're doing and like rubbing it in. You don't even have to say anything because usually people will say, what are you putting on your hands? Because, you know, women are very nosy, inquisitive, don't you find?
Mm-hmm.
That,
Yeah.
oh, I'm so sorry. This is our new hydrating mask. Leave on. Leave on. You don't have to rinse it off. You put it on at night, you wake up, your skin feels like butter in the morning. Would you like to try a little? Has no, and here's the thing. And Joe, I don't want to wake her up, but you know what got her? Shea butter. She heard the word shea butter and she says, oh, I know, I love shea butter. So hyaluronic shea butter, glycerin, that's what's in it. Simple. That's a hook. Who has a hook or who can think of another hook? Maria.
So Saturday, because I had that event, my face was really done well. And I was Saturday night, it was 8 o'clock. I was meeting two of my friends. It was her birthday for dinner at a Zoomy down in Levittown. My makeup stayed on all day. The only thing I had to reapply was my lipstick because, of course, I had to eat. And as soon as I sat down, one of my friends who was also delivering a package to her that she ordered, she's like, "Oh my gosh, your eyes, they're standing out." And when I do shows, my makeup is definitely more than I wear on a day to day because I really want my face to be my hook at those parties. And she's like, "What?" You know, then I had an opportunity to talk to her about the eyeshadow sticks that I use, how I use it as an eyeliner. And I said, the only thing that's not on right now is my lip gloss because I just drank out of the glass. I said, but you can still see it. Their lipstick was completely gone. They weren't not using Mary Kay, but by the end, I still had a little bit on my lips. They're like, wow, and your lipstick stayed on. So your own face is your hook sometimes.
Oh.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Who else has a hook? You all need to get a hook.
I walk with my name tag at all times. And I went in the store and they said, what do you do? What's that? And I showed her and we started talking about it. And that's kind of a hook for me to open conversation with people.
And you know, that's so good, Jasenia, because it reminds me, but here's the thing, Mary Kay would say when you're wearing, because you know, you get your Mary Kay pin,
Yeah,
want to keep it close to your face.
try to go see it. Yeah.
Yeah, so if you guys have your Mary Kay badge like Xenia has or your Mary Kay pin, again, close to your face. So when because people look at your face when you're talking to them, they're not usually looking down hopefully they're not looking up and down your body. So yeah, so that's another thing. Xenia, are you practicing movement of application? Or is Ziamara, I said. What is she doing?
She's looking at her skin.
Okay. Is that your hook? Yes. So you
Mhm.
just kind of fall in love with your face while you're sitting with people?
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Well, hey, whatever works. Anybody else have a hook? I'm going to call it a hook. A hook to generate curiosity about what you do.
What about bringing like when you go to somebody's house, you bring them like a little housewarming gift or like maybe a dish towel with a hand cream attached to it to say thank you for inviting me, and that might be a hook to get them started if they've never had Mary Kay before.
Yep. Yeah.
Well, a couple of years ago, I went around with the Thinking of You bottle and I was selling Thinking of You, like 3, 4 a day. It was like a few of them a day, and for a while. Now I would do the Confidently You. However, it's out of stock. I was just going to order it and it was out of stock. So I only have a couple left. But whatever you have, just take one thing maybe, and if you like it, use
Well,
it.
thank you for bringing that up, Viv, because Mother's Day is also around the corner. And of course,
Yeah.
perfume is a very big sale for
That
Mother's
is
Day.
that. So I guess that will come back, right? If it's out of stock, it doesn't mean it's going to be gone forever.
You just order stock, yeah. You
It
can
will
see, they
restock.
usually show you when it's coming back, if
Oh,
you check
okay.
it out, yeah.
You're right, because it's a nice perfume.
Yeah.
And I walk with my Mary Kay basket. I haven't been since I moved, but I'm gonna put it back together. You walk with your Mary Kay basket, people see that pretty basket, ask you why is that?
Where did you
Is
move
that a
to? I
gift
didn't
for
know you
me?
moved.
Florida.
You're in Florida?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I'm sorry. So I didn't know.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought you were in Dallas. That's why.
Yeah. No, I'm in
Jealous.
Florida.
No. So,
Wow, congratulations.
Thank you.
I got to visit you. I'm going down next month, next week, a couple of weeks.
okay. So anybody else have a hook?
That's it.
No? Okay. Well, I want you to be thinking of, because there's a lot of things. If you like something a lot, that it's easy for you to talk about, I want to wake Joe up. I remember when I introduced her to the foundation primer. She was off at the races. It was like everywhere she went, she was, oh my gosh, you have to try this. This is like spackle, fills in, just try it. Selling up a storm. What is it that, think of a product, preferably a product that you are sold on and excited about that you could share. Okay, we actually did today the micellar water on the palm of the hand. Have you ever do it on the palm of your hand? Most people's hands are not that clean, guys.
Wow. I should try that.
Yeah. Yes, do it on the palm of your hand. Great way to sell micellar. Most people don't even know what micellar water is. So, and again, we know if they, all you got to do is ask somebody, do you wear foundation? And if they say yes, then you can say, well, are you using micellar water before you clean? Because micellar is meant to take off foundation. Cleansers are not meant to take off foundation.
Oh,
And the analogy we use is that micellar is like cleaning the floor. It's you sweep the floor first, which is micellar, and then you clean it.
Yep.
So makeup remover is another one, right? Shake it up, show 'em. So I want you all to be thinking of a product that you can take with you. Like, you can't leave home without it. I went out today and forgot my phone. Oh my gosh, you know what that feels like?
oh, awful.
At first you're like, is my arm missing? What's and then, you kind of start to adjust a little bit, but where was I going with this? Oh, but I want you to think of it like if I leave my home without my whatever hook, I'm going to feel naked. Because it doesn't take much to create.
It gives you
Um,
confidence.
Yes, that too. Definitely. A great way to meet people, make friends, get new customers, and spread the word that Mary Kay is very much alive, for sure. Okay, we're in it. Last week we talked about coaching the class. And for if she's still here, I don't know why she's still here after spending so much time with me recently. But anyway, it's been fun. But she's booking her first class, and we were kind of talking back and forth. And I was talking about booking objections. Remember I said, guys, this business is about building the skill. It's about getting good at what we do. Okay, so what does that mean? Well, when you want to book somebody, getting an objection happens a lot, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And there are different objections, but the majority of them are pretty much, there's only maybe 4 or 5 objections. Yes or no? Who wants to give me an objection?
I don't
Nick?
know anybody.
Too busy.
Too
Too
busy?
busy.
What else?
I can't afford it.
Can't afford it. Money.
I don't know how to do what you do.
Well, that's more recruiting though.
Oh,
I
That's
just use soap and water.
Oh, oh,
I hate that one, right?
I hate that.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, so there's a lot of objections, and I didn't realize, and thank you, Monique, for asking where it was, because we used to have in the Mary Kay, remember there was, I don't know what they called it, where you had different segments and you earned badges and all this
Oh,
education.
MK Confident has, it was one of their
Now,
training
yeah, but
sessions.
yeah, but it's not like that anymore.
No,
MK
I know.
Confident as virtually like, I came home and looked at it, I went, oh my gosh, what happened? There's like nothing there. Okay, so with that being said, I started to go, I do have stuff under guides in my site. And for those of you that are not aware of it, I have a business website. It just hasn't been updated in a while, but the training on there is still good. So if you, what is that thumb doing? Is that me doing
That
that?
was you.
I'm like, who's giving me a thumbs up? Oh, I should do that. I'm proud of you. That's funny.
You're
Okay, so
multitasking.
anyway, if you go to kathyviola.weebly.com, that is my website before we had Facebook. That was right before COVID. That's where everything went. You know, that was kept up, all that kind of stuff. But I went on there today because I said, you know what? I've got a lot of good training on here. And I was actually going to show you, but I don't think I have the time now. I found one of my booking trainings from 2011. Well, you know, like when you go back and look at pictures, boy, is that a blast. I went, wow, is that what I looked like 15 years ago?
Aw.
I know.
Kathy, Kathy, could you
Getting
repeat the name of the
depressed.
website, please?
Sure. It's my name, Kathy Viola,
Uh-huh.
dot Weebly, WEEB as in boy, LY.com.
Okay, thank you.
You can tell it has been updated because it has like the old director suit on it, you know. But anyway, so, but I wanted to go over because I think this is really important. I was initially going to go over closing, but I think we all need to make sure that we know how to handle objections. Okay, that we don't get, remember we talked about the stick of the gum and would you like a piece of gum? And somebody says no, we don't take it personally. But that doesn't mean when someone says no, we're done. I want you to think when someone says no, they're saying, I don't have enough information to make an intelligent decision, so I'm just going to say no. And that's when the game begins. That's when your job and my job begins. Yes?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right, so I'm digging in the archives. Here we go. And let's go here. And let me go here. Okay. So can you all see that?
Yes.
Oh, I remember this.
Ah, you remember it. Yay. Okay. So somebody says, I'm too busy. Now, again, a lot of this you got to tweak a little bit because this is pretty old, but still, you get the point. So who wants to respond to, I'm too busy?
I'll do it.
Go ahead.
I know exactly what you mean. Life seems to be flying by. Oh my God, this is small. Do you ever feel like you need a little personal pampering time? Little personal pampering time. How about inviting 2 or 3 of your buddies for an hour spa session? I would love to do that for you.
Okay. Now remember, these are when you're asking people to host a party. Okay. Okay. What about the next one? I use brand X.
Hey, this is great. It's obvious that you're investing time and money in your skincare. Let me, let me as you, what? Let me as you, do you feel, well, let me ask you, I think it's supposed to say, let me
Yeah.
ask you, do you feel you're getting the results you want for the price you're paying? I would love to take 45 minutes to show you the number one brand in the US and get your opinion. I can share with you how much money I can save you.
Okay, so I
You
would
can
not use
make.
that.
Yeah,
I
it's a
would,
little bit heavy.
yeah, I would not use that. Okay, so let's just say, oh, I hate when I can't see you guys. Okay, let's just say someone says, I use brand X.
L'Oreal.
Yeah,
I would ask them if they really like it. Are they very happy with it? No, don't do
because
that.
you see, when you go down that, I'm sorry, here's the thing, you go down that lane, now you're gonna start putting people in defensive positions.
Yeah.
Okay. So when somebody says, Patty says, I love L'Oreal. I've been using L'Oreal since I was, knee high and a whatever. Patty, that is great because we're looking for women that take care of themselves and use a quality product. I would really value your opinion. Is there any reason I couldn't get it? How'd that make you feel, Patty?
Good. I would be like, yeah, I'll try it.
Okay. So the words are really important. You always want to remember valued opinion, great words to use. I value your opinion. Who doesn't want their opinion valued? So it's these type of things you want to get, that if I woke you up in the middle of the night and I shook Maria and I say, Maria, I can't use another product, she would go, oh, yeah, I know, but we really value your opinion in her sleep talk. No, this is how I was trained that I needed, and let me tell you, it's the best thing that ever happened because I knew how then to handle these things and I got more confident doing it. If somebody says something to you and you don't know what to say back, then where are you? And now they don't know more about Mary Kay. They have a preconceived notion and you're not feeling really good. Because even if it doesn't go your way, let's say, you're still going to feel better that you're going to get more experience from what they say back. So, okay, what's another one here? What about the one I tried Mary Kay and it broke me out? Yeah, now that's another big one too, guys. Because a lot of these are kind of,
I hate that one.
yeah. Well, again,
Ugh.
you want to ask them how long ago was it? Because you'll know we have a ever-changing product line, right?
Yes.
Yep.
I mean, Joanne and I were talking today and she says, I can't use the cleanser anymore. And I said, what cleanser are you using? And she said, the 4-in-1. She says, the granules bother my skin. And I says, well, why aren't you using the repair, whatever. But, if I hadn't asked, now she tried the other cleanser and she's like, oh, I love, this is great. So we want to get where we want to challenge ourselves to have the knowledge for the response. I have no idea what I just said.
We want to challenge ourselves to have the knowledge for the response.
But no, it made sense. It did. It
That's
was
what you
good.
said.
Oh my gosh, I'm telling you, and I'm going to do a meeting later. I don't think I'm going to do.
MA?
No, well, they're going to 8 instead of 7:30. I'm doing that because there's some central people that can't make it early. So I'm trying to push it back a little, but usually by, this hour, I'm like,
Yes, I understand.
so I'm not making a lot of sense to you. But my point is, guys, learning. And really, it's so much fun when you I know you're all going, what is she out of her mind? But when you embrace it, it becomes it's almost like a game. Like I call it the tennis game or the ping pong game or pickleball, whatever you want to call it. You give me an objection. The ball's in my court. am I going to let it just drop and I'm out of the game? Or no, I'm going to hit that back in the court. Now it's in your court. What are you going to say?
I like that.
And that's what, to me, it's kind of like this back and forth, but wherever the ball lands, that's the place where the person's going home with the products. It ain't going to be me.
I like that.
So it's just an analogy, however your brain works. So, okay, comments? Somebody besides me, because I'm
I think it's easier to talk to women who already take care of their skin with another product than women that don't take care of their skin at all. Because the
okay.
women that don't take care of their skin at all, they're just gonna let it,
They're
like
not going to
Xenia
spend
said,
the
they just
money. They're
say,
not going to see the
Yeah.
value of it.
yeah,
Yeah,
they
they don't
just
see the
say,
value of it.
like
Yeah.
Xenia said, the women that say I just use soap. You can't say, I know, I can see. You can.
Use
That's what you're
zest,
thinking.
But you also, I think,
style.
asking them how they see their future skin. You might be
Ah,
happy now. Where do you see your skin 5 years from now?
Oh,
like
good.
that.
Do you think that product with your soap and water is going to still, as we're aging, help?
Right.
Our products help us to age beautifully.
Yeah, you try to tell them when we reach a certain age, we have to do a little bit more than that
Yes.
to try it and see what they think about it.
Yeah.
Young people are very into skincare now. There was a time when I came into Mary Kay, people were not into skincare, they were into makeup.
Hmm.
But now young people are very much into skincare.
Yeah,
And
the
you know,
young ones.
guys, there's all kinds of skincare videos, I'm sorry, that you can use on Mary Kay in Touch that teaches about skincare too, if you feel
And that line is really for younger people too. That the
the
Mary Kay
skincare
line.
line. Yeah.
You could
Mhm.
be 12 years old doing it.
Yeah. And so when you're thinking of things you can do, again, who do you want to work with? Do you want to work with young people? Then you figure out, well, where are the young people that would use this product, let's say, and the same with repair or, just think of where would I find the best customers for whatever it is that you really want to get good at showing. Not that you want to use all of them, but,
Hmm.
like the men's skincare. Where are the men hanging out? Usually the wives are buying it for them, right?
Next time you get a flat tire, make sure
Buy
you
for
have your men's
birthdays.
skincare with you.
People understand.
When the auto guy comes, like give him a tip of a men's facial cleaner.
Good idea.
Yeah, no, definitely. Or you have men come in your house, like to fix something or whatever. They're not escaping me somehow.
Plumbers.
Especially if they work with their hands, to give them a satin hand. Well, that could be a little flirtatious, but if they're in your house, but give them a satin hands treatment after they finish working, just because they know how hard they worked in your home.
Yeah, I like to get, you have a significant other, you have a wife, so I had many recruits like that too. So,
Married.
Can I show
As soon
something
as
that
they
I
walk in
found that
the
I wanted?
house, just say, "Are
I
you
forgot.
married?"
I forgot about it. I wanted to share.
sure.
It's real quick. On Amazon, these little lipstick cases with little mirrors, with little hooks. So the next time I didn't have it in time for Saturday, but you could put your Mary Kay lipstick. You can even do this as a hostess gift if you wanted to. And they're adorable. They come in 4 different colors. I got them on Amazon. Black, this little green.
What's the hook for? Keys?
Pardon
What
me?
what's
It
the
has like you hook a hook to hook it onto your pocketbook or something.
Oh,
So
oh,
and
that's for
you could put a
keys.
lipstick inside of it.
Adorable.
Isn't that
Oh, that's
cute? There was
nice.
12 for like $15. So it was
Oh,
worth it. So you raise the price of your lipstick instead of a $20 lipstick, it's
And it
$22.
snaps. Just hold it up.
that's
And a
That's
little
adorable.
nice.
mirror.
Oh, you got a mirror too.
Isn't that cute?
That's
That's
very
cute.
nice.
Sorry, I had to share that because I just got them and I was opening them.
I gotta find out about that. I like that.
Yeah,
Like that.
Amazon.
What do
Well,
you call
again,
it? Lipstick holder?
Yeah, lipstick case.
Lipstick case on
You.
Amazon. Okay.
okay, so whatever, that could be a hook. That's a hook right there.
Oh yeah.
And put your little samples hanging from that.
Even
That
if you
could be a
just
good idea.
center on one lipstick, a
Right.
neutral, and just let them sample the feel of it.
Mhm. Yeah, and I think again with the lipsticks, it's always, when someone gets interested, do you say, well, do you prefer a shine, a buttery moisturizing, or a semi-matte that may stay a little longer for durability? So again, there's different kinds. There's not one lipstick, right?
No.
So, okay. Anybody comments, questions? I want to challenge you to, how many of you listen to the It's Just Fits, the videos, excuse me, on Mary Kay and Touch?
I have.
Okay. Well, I have to say, tomorrow is the last day for this. And yeah, that was an opportunity. Not that the opportunity is still always going to be a good opportunity. But here's the thing, guys. I challenge you to listen to It Just Fits different ones. Because what I think we all should be doing is if you listen to them and you meet somebody and you find out about that person, because remember, we're very good at questions, asking questions to get information, valued information. When you find maybe one of those It Just Fits videos, maybe could relate to this person, then you send it to them. Because maybe that person can't relate to you. Okay? But they can relate to whomever instead of just, one dimensional type of thing. Because you're going to hear some outrageous, I heard today, this morning, outrageous sharing of this month. Crazy. People were getting 10, 15, 20 new team members this month. So, again, what are we doing? Are we offering Mary Kay? How many of you offered Mary Kay to one person this week? At least one person. Okay, two,
I did at the event.
three. That's an interesting hand, isn't it? Four,
What?
or is that, oh, your hand, there was a little hand that came up with a circle around it. It was
Oh,
weird.
really?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It was me making her.
Okay, so I don't see a lot of hands going up. Man, if you worked for you, would you continue to pay you? Something to think about, right? Well, on a happy note, though, I want you all to have a very happy, blessed holiday, Easter and/or Passover. Most important thing, of course, Resurrection Day. And so I pray each and every one of you have a blessed holiday. And think about the blessings that we have. I think about how blessed I am that I'm able to do what I love to do. I get to choose the people I want to do life with. I get to choose how often and how long. I have a wonderful income. I drive a free car. How many people can say that? I don't have to compromise who I am. I can only be me, which is great, but I want to be the best version of me. So what are you thankful for? Everybody just, anything that comes to your mind that you're thankful for.
And I'm alive,
My health.
alive and healthy, thank God. And my family, that they're healthy.
You already said too much. No.
That's
Oh,
I can hear you're gonna go on and on. No, you
I'm blessed that we have choice
yes.
and just choice in everything. And my family, of course, I mean, that goes without saying, but The ability to choose.
which I said success is not for the chosen few, but for those that choose, the few that choose to be, quote unquote, what you consider successful. And that's not monetarily all the time. You know, it should be the balance of everything in your life. That's to me the most important thing.
I'm
Balance.
thankful that I can take my business everywhere I go. You know?
Yeah.
From Texas to Florida, back again.
And she's already got friends in a week. You know what advantage that is? Because I remember when I went to Colorado, it's so much easier to meet people because you're Mary Kay. Don't you agree, Sonia?
Yeah. 'Cause they're like, oh, yeah, you're in town. When we go eat at the restaurant, 'cause I have to be eating out. And they're like, first time here? Yeah. They give you a coupon to come back for free appetizer.
Aw.
So imagine they're giving you stuff. So when you're meeting people, you get like one of my hooks with my neighbors is when they don't ask you what do, you really ask them what do they do, because then that come in and play of telling them what you do. And then, oh, you Mary Kay? Yes, I'm a Mary Kay consultant. And they're like, oh, awesome. And I give them my little card with my little doing faces, sampling and stuff. And they're like, oh, I would like to try it. So it's kind of a good hook when you move to tell them what you do. But if they don't ask you, you ask them first. And what do you do?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Thank you
everyone
so
have a
much.
fabulous holiday. Good to see Patty on and Joanne, even though it's a long day for her. I don't know who iPhone 83 is, but hello. And Ziamata, Vivian, Maria, and Monique. So
Yeah.
Okay.
Happy Easter.
Happy